You're welcome back, and I am Ubong Kings. It's still the Afia Business Morning, and you're watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. It's time to check in on commodity prices, and we would start with precious metals and incidentally upward movement for gold today, and almost all precious metals this morning, except of course for palladium. I beg your pardon, platinum, which is down at 1.32%. However, gold, silver, and palladium are all up at 0.34%, 1.05%, and 0.07% respectively. Now let's take a look at activities from energy. There's a mixture of rises and dips in index values across board, but more of rises than dips. We have natural gas, oil Brent, and oil Bonny Light as the commodities that are down at 1.68%, 0.65%, and 2.84% respectively. However, ethanol is up, coal is up at 2.52% and 1.02% respectively. Brass, River, and Kwaibo both share the same margin of 5.34% up. And now moving on to industrial metals. Industrial metals, our next point of call, is mostly dips actually in index values across board, except for iron ore and nickel, which are both up at 0.64% and 1.12% respectively. And on the other hand, aluminium is down at 0.03%, lead is down 0.71%, copper is down 0.14%, zinc and tin are both down at 1.19% and 1.29% respectively. You're watching the Afia Business Morning. This indeed is the opening bell. You may want to follow this program and join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap in the search bar www.youtube.com/@Afia Business. And while you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should also subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Up next, we'll be taking a look at the hikes in prices of food commodities in the April market, as well as the hikes in fuel prices. And on that note, I will see you tomorrow on the opening bell when the exchanges reopen for trading. The Afia Business Morning will be right back with Global Business. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Afia TV, your go-to channel for excellent news and incredible shows that keeps you IEI, that is, informed, entertained, and inspired. Need a break?
Ladies and germs, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
Join Choco to vibe and chill on lunch break at 2 p.m. for the latest trends in music and entertainment.
Not like I have big money.
Dive into the world of innovation and creativity with Rochelle on Anka.
It means art in English.
Where creative minds and groundbreaking ideas come to life. Tune in every weekday at 8 p.m. Do not miss Afia TV Official, your perfect dose of laughter, where they discuss what is currently trending on social media every day at 5:30 p.m. on Afia TV.
But in this economy, the savings will save you, man.
And that's not all. Stay tuned for more exciting shows on Afia TV. Catch us on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell, where we see activities from our selected stock exchanges. The global business, where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports, as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Thank you for rejoining me on the Afia Business Morning. Welcome to Global Business. And here we'll be taking a look at business news stories around the continent of Africa and indeed the rest of the world. My name is Ubon Kings. Here are the headlines that we are tracking at the moment. Starting off with stories from the manufacturing world, where it's reported that Chinese manufacturers have been targeted in trade complaint. And moving on, still from the foreign scene, Virgin Group speeds up train order to compete with Eurostar Challenge. And away from that, overrule violations. We'll bring you details of the stories and more right after this time out. Stay tuned. Glad to have you join us, and yes, indeed, you're still watching Global Business right here in the Afia Business Morning. And so we'll begin with business news stories about Africa, where it is reported that the U.S. State Department has approved a $100 million foreign military sale to Zambia for military helicopters and associated logistics support, where, according to Global Firepower, Zambia is currently ranked 81st in the world for military aircraft strength, with a fleet of 77 units. However, the contract, which designates Bell Textron, based in Fort Worth, Texas, as a primary contractor, will provide Zambia with Bell 412 enhanced performance exportable medium lift transport helicopters. Furthermore, this sale is designed to enhance Zambia's ability to carry out peacekeeping operations, regional security missions, disaster response efforts, and humanitarian aid activities, especially across extended distances and in challenging weather conditions. Now, quickly, did you take note of that last paragraph? Because something is worth reiterating at the moment. Story states that this sale of military helicopters to Zambia is designed to enhance, number one, Zambia's ability to carry out peacekeeping operations. Really? Regional security missions, okay. Disaster response efforts, probably. Humanitarian aid activities, okay. And then they say it's especially across extended distances and in challenging weather conditions. Now, the question I want to ask, or like everybody else has been asking, is why military helicopters? That's one. Two, another question is Zambia in a crisis situation that it would need military helicopters? Well, let me try to answer that real quickly. Well, if what is going on in Zambia is anything to go by, yes, we could say of a sort Zambia is experiencing a sort of humanitarian crisis due to drought, floods, heat waves, etc. And this crisis in itself has led to food insecurity, water scarcity, and power outages. Okay. Now my question is whether or not the country facing all of this, which will have its priority, a country experiencing humanitarian crisis I just mentioned right now due to floods and all of that, the heat waves, etc., would have its priority on, peacekeeping operations. I don't see the correlation here because I fail to see the connect. Because from all speculations, it does appear, according to some of the comments I saw on this, it does appear there's a lot more to the U.S. being the sole provider of this military helicopters to Zambia. Only time will tell how this pans out, so fingers crossed, we'll see how it pans out, whether or not it will be used for the exact purpose for which it was sent, or something else. Moving on to other stories making the rounds, and this one, it's about China in the mix yet again. And this time, not a very good story for China because it's reported that European glass fiber producers have launched an anti-dumping complaint against Chinese manufacturers operating out of Egypt, alleging that they benefit from unfair subsidies and calling for duties to be applied, as the case will be closely watched coming days before U.S. President-elect Donald Trump is inaugurated. The complaint follows a decision by the European Court of Justice last year, which found that the European Commission is allowed under the EU law to consider that subsidies granted by the government of China could be attributed to the government of Egypt and therefore contravened in an investigation of imports from Egypt. Now, meanwhile, for more than a decade, European glass fiber manufacturers have been fighting Chinese imports that they deem unfair. And in 2020, the Commission imposed 13.1% anti-subsidy duties against imports coming from Chinese companies based in Egypt. Now, the case in point, really, that I need to emphasize here, is in the last paragraph that reads that for more than a decade, European glass fiber manufacturers in Egypt have been fighting Chinese imports that they deem unfair. 10 years. And for the sake of context, in 2020 also, Egypt itself imposed a 13.1% anti-subsidy duties against imports coming from Chinese companies based in Egypt. Now, these tariffs against China is now becoming pretty much a recurring decimal, right? There was the European Commission at one point, then there was the US, then there was Canada, and now even Egypt in Africa. Now, the question really I want to ask is, why does it appear that China has mastered the art of successfully crashing its prices, especially for products and whatever it is, for crashing its prices to permeate and dominate markets that are beyond its own shores? Let's think about that for a moment. Another question will be, why can't these countries who keep crying foul adopt the same strategy and sell to China highly subsidized products? Think about it, right? So, well, it's trade, isn't it? So let's not be a one-way traffic. You say that they are highly subsidizing whatever they're selling, and then your own people cannot sell because their own prices are cheaper, and people will really naturally go for what's cheaper, especially if the quality is also okay. Now, why can't you do same? Now, if you have answers to this question I asked you, you may want to share with me on this live feed, as it were, on YouTube at the moment. Yes, indeed, you may want to go to www.youtube.com/@Afia Business. While you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you can subscribe so you can be part of knowing everything that happens as far as content coming to you from Afia, the Afia business is concerned. And just so you know, we'll take a break here, and when we return, more business news stories. Please stay. You're welcome back to the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV, and you're still watching Global Business. Now to the rest of our stories. And moving on, it's reported that Virgin Group, a British multinational venture capital conglomerate, has said it is close to placing a significant order expected to be worth upwards of about £500 million for 12 high-speed trains in a challenge to high-speed rail startup Evelyn, which is also helping to compete with Eurostar to offer rail services from London to mainland Europe, and expected to shake up Eurostar's 30-year monopoly on the Channel Tunnel. However, two rail suppliers have been shortlisted so far, with Virgin Group currently considering offerings from companies like Hitachi, Alstom, Talgo and Siemens, and is also expected to finalize the contract for the order by the first quarter of this year. Meanwhile, Virgin Group also signaled it was hoping to secure a foothold in the high-speed train network in the UK, as well as introduce more competition in the cross-channel travel. You know, for me, the very first paragraph of the story jumps at me. Now, let me see how I'm going to try to break this down real quickly, right? Because well, a certain company, Virgin Group, has said it is close to placing a significant order of about 12 high-speed trains as a challenge, this point, to high-speed rail startup Evelyn, and that's not all. Now, notice two brands I've just quoted now. First brand on one hand is Virgin Group, the other one is Evelyn, right? Now, that's not all. They are also hoping to compete with Eurostar, that's the third brand, and they want to offer rail services from London to mainland Europe. Wonderful. But you see, now this is expected to shake up Eurostar's 30-year monopoly on the Channel Tunnel. Hold up. Eurostar's 30-year monopoly on that Channel Tunnel? Now that's a lot, because we're talking 30 years here. 30 years is a long time to build customer services, expertise, brand loyalty, underlines that, brand loyalty and patronage. Now, except the services or pricing of the new rail companies are exceptional, I really don't see much of those customers. I'm talking about customers of Eurostar, you know, that they built over the years, return customers for a period of 30 years, leave them. Well, fingers crossed, we'll see how this pans out, won't we? And in an attempt to end this bulletin, let's tell you that the online trading firm Robinhood Markets has agreed to pay $45 million to settle U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) charges over record-keeping, trade reporting, and other rule violations. Robinhood also became among the latest broker-dealers to admit to breaking the rules over retaining work-related communications with employees' use of messaging apps and other off-channel communication platforms. Meanwhile, Robinhood also failed to adequately address cybersecurity risks regulators found. However, the firm admitted to those failures, as well as deficient trading data blue sheet, as the Robinhood General Counsel Lucas Mosokwich said the firm is pleased to have resolved the matters. Now, quickly, just so you know, this story is interesting. For me, let me just give a background. You know, this is not the first time Robinhood has been fined. I'm going to try and take you down memory lane, because as of 4 years ago, Robinhood was fined a sum of $65 million for misleading customers, because they said trading was free on their platform, but it turned out that trading was not free. And then this time around, they are being fined about $45 million. Anyway, let's take it back, backtrack you to 4 years ago, where Green Knight Trading took out the time to share with us how Robinhood was fined $65 million for misleading customers. Let's take a look.
Robinhood Financial fined $65 million by SEC for misleading users. Robinhood is the app that has made investing accessible for the masses, with being one of the first brokers to offer zero commission trading. And that was revolutionary. No longer would you have to pay an $8 or even $20-some fee to buy a stock. Now it was $0, and people started trading a lot. Some people making even upwards of hundreds of trades a day because they're all free. But what the SEC has alleged is that from 2015 and 2018, it was not truly free because there were a lot of hidden costs that they didn't explain in their FAQ page. Now, there are a lot of issues with Robinhood. The gamification of investing lures a lot of inexperienced traders who don't know what they're doing. It has turned it into a gambling arena for a lot of people. There are outages and slowdowns at crucial times. It's just so popular, and its infrastructure isn't the most stable. Federal officials said that between 2015 and 2018, the company only partially explained on its online FAQ page how it makes money, omitting details about its largest revenue source, trades. Robinhood takes a user's stock order and sells it to a larger trading firm that executes the trade, a process known as a payment order flow, the SEC order states. Robinhood made no mention of payment for order flow rates, federal regulators said, at a time when the company was rapidly growing. While Robinhood markets its services as commission-free, the SEC claims that customers in reality received inferior trade prices that in aggregate deprived customers of $34.1 million despite any savings they received from paying zero in commissions. To put it very simply, Robinhood was advertising that these trades are free, zero commission. But in reality, they were not free because the stocks you are buying, you would have to pay more on Robinhood versus another app. And even now, let's say I wanted to buy a share of Tesla. If I want to buy a share of Tesla on Robinhood, I have to pay the current market price. You can see that the current market price is fluctuating. And if I buy it, I just get the price at this second. But this is not the best possible price I could get. Now let's look at a TD Ameritrade in comparison. If I want to buy a Tesla on TD Ameritrade, you can actually see the bid-ask spread. So as opposed to buying it right now at 647.7, you can see that the bid is actually a little bit lower, and it's always fluctuating. It's hard to catch. Usually, if you want to buy stock prices, at least for more experienced traders, you would never pay the market price. You would want to pay on the lower end, which is the bid price. And due to market fluctuations, hopefully get that order filled.
We'll follow up with the stories as well as other stories and keep you in the loop as the stories unfold. You may want to get to a dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Watching live, drop a comment to kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business, and while you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business related content coming to you from Afia TV. You're still watching Afia Business Morning Live on Afia TV. Up next will be the Eastern Business Report, and we'll be looking at Governor Mba's executive order signing, and that pretty much the implication on business development in Enugu State. The Afia Business Morning, we'll be right back after this time out. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Akwamaga.
I am Chioma Akbala.
My name is Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in our market speaking.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence. Want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Hey ladies, join us on Gyna Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breastfeeding. The frequency of breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along.
I did single.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
I'm saying do that.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending, and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check, it's 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV. So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Welcome to Afia TV, your go-to channel for excellent news and incredible shows that keeps you IEI, that is, informed, entertained, and inspired. Need a break?
Ladies and germs, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
Join Choco to vibe and chill on Lunch Break at 2 p.m. for the latest trends in music and entertainment.
Not like I have big money.
Dive into the world of innovation and creativity with Rochelle on Anka.
It means art in English,
where creative minds and groundbreaking ideas come to life. Tune in every weekday at 8 p.m. Do not miss Afia TV Official, your perfect dose of laughter, where they discuss what is currently trending on social media every day at 5:30 p.m. on Afia TV.
But in this economy, the savings will save you, man.
And that's not all. Stay tuned for more exciting shows on Afia TV. Catch us on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owners, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Afamaga. I am Shioma Akbala.
My name is Ifulaya Ndule, but I'm living in a market speaking.
what are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence. You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Hey ladies, join us on Gyna Plus every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right on Afia TV, DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17, where we will delve into health issues affecting girls and women in society.
Breastfeeding doesn't even cause breastfeeding. The frequency of breastfeeding means the approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
Welcome to the latest and most amazing show on here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break.
You don't sing along. I did sing.
For real.
You're not a backup singer.
That's what they do.